minutes of aerial fighting. But before that, Colin. Yes, all of your credit cards, I can't give you too much detail. If you make yourself known to the guys on the gate at the control tower, then we can reunite you. Well, you've seen one wonderful aerial ballet representing and these guys are all taking off dual alignment of the runways here in Duxford. Yeah, one of the benefits of having this large grass area, of course, during the Second World War, up until the latter stages of the war, 2019 presentation by the Bremont Great War Display Team, remembering a time when aerial warfare was still really in its infancy, around the time of the 1914 to 18 conflict. By today's standards, the aircraft that fought that war were very primitive indeed, built from wooden fabric. They'd been designed with very limited knowledge of aerodynamics and using engines that very often were unreliable. All of the 7 aircraft we're going to see in this display are replicas with much more modern engines. And there was also the issue of pilot experience. The pilots were young, they were going onto the front line at an average age of just 20. And although the Royal Flying Corps, as it was then, had pioneered the development of flying training via the Central Flying School set up in 1912, the training was still pretty rudimentary, particularly early in the war, and yet they would be thrust into a very intense form, patrolling these lines, and a large group of aircraft now diving in towards the trenches, breaking off as we look out towards the airfield to the left. We have 2 Royal Aircraft Factory SE-5As and a Sopwith Triplane pursued by a Fokker DR-1 triplane, the Dreidecker. Off to the other side, we have the other Fokker Dreidecker and the rather lumbering Royal Aircraft Factory, a truly outstanding airplane. The 1913 conflict. Of artillery fire, which was one of the key roles, wasn't it, Colin, for aircraft at the time of the First World War. I was just preparing myself for the car attack. B-2As and Bs were deployed to France early on in 1914. It was the B-2B model that the second lieutenant, but in which he was fatally wounded. Well, it looks like the 2 Fokker Dreideckers have broken off from their respective attacks now, leaving the B-2C to smoke along in the middle distance. The Dreidecker is now showing something of their incredible manoeuvrability in trying to get onto the tank. SE-5s and 5As were used during World War I by 21 British or Empire squadrons and 2 American units. Replica plans. And one of them right in front of us, now trying desperately to get a fire as possible. There you can see the SE-5A in the lead, really angling off to turn as much as possible into wind. they were flown for us by Dave Linney and Trevor Bailey. And the first of the Fokkers also touching down. One of the two DR1s owned but not flown in the displays by Iron Maiden's Bruce Dickinson of this airfield's history, and that's something we'll look back on further with our next display item, which is covered very extensively in the historic Duxford exhibition here, number 35 Training Depot Station, one of the first ever units to be stationed at this newly opened aircraft types were Royal Aircraft Factory BE-2s. Matthew Boddington, who returned this aircraft to the UK, bringing in the aircraft created originally 50 years ago to size the British Airliner collection on static display here, which he says ages himself. Affectionately known as Captain Slow. Yes. And that was the display, the very, very effective display by the 2019 Bremont Great War Display Team.